you have to realize that what you are going to see right now is probably the most unique place on earth within the sourdough or within the bakery world. Yeah, there might be some nicer places, a blue beach, Hawaiian sky, I don't know, but in our field, which is the fantastic world of baking, this is the most unique place on earth. And you are among the lucky ones who, because we receive approximately 2,000 people a year here. Yeah? And the library is open since 2013. So count, you are amongst the 5,000 or 6,000 lucky ones to visit the library for real. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep your eyes on the doors because something magical will happen.
Buffering.
We are back. So, ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Keep your eyes on the doors. Something magic will happen. I open with the unique fingerprint. Are you ready? 3. Keep your eyes on the doors, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa. Oh.
So people can't even look in there unless you let them.
Yeah.
Wow.
The foreign yeast doesn't even know where. It's like, where? What? Where did it go?
Careful. There is a little.
We're
Camera
entering
on
the sourdough library.
So much taller in real life. Oh, that's your.
So this is like entering in the Valhalla. Yeah.
How cool.
Only this here.
Not even a joke, huh?
Everything
This
that you
is the
see
sourdough
is alive
library.
and kicking.
It's much more exciting than I thought. They look so different than one another.
They are different.
They look so different.
We have for the moment 87 sourdoughs.
What number is that?
I have to look into my camera. I'm not sure we have the Turkey one. We have the semi-Freddy's one. We have the Acme one.
But there was a
we have
video.
the Josie the Baker's one. But the Turkey, I'm not sure.
But there's a video.
There is a video about San Francisco sourdough.
Really? The one you visit the library, you don't end up taking some?
Some of them we have from Stephen Sullivan from Acme.
Right. No.
And I would like to invite you to take a seat, and I will explain the whole idea behind and what we are doing here and how we are doing it and why we are doing it. So take a seat. Maybe I've moved them out of the side, but you can take them, go over there, then you can follow the screen. So, do you all agree with me that this is a unique place?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of history. In 2002, we invited a woman to our company to come and inspire us a little bit. And her name was Annemarie Dahl, and she's a Danish girl, and she's a futurist. She predicts the future, not that she has a crystal ball, but she looks at what happened in the past, what's happening today, and then she makes projections for the future. And one of her slides that I still do remember was written, in the future, people will not have business cards anymore. 2002. And I was like, how will you do that then? And her next slide was, well, people might just communicate their name, and then she came up with a slide and there was written, Google me. I think that if we Google each and one of us, that we will all be visible on the internet. Yeah, we have a LinkedIn profile, an Instagram account, a Facebook account, whatever. Yeah. So we can easily connect. She did that in 2002. I have Facebook accounts in 2007. So there was no. Facebook was not existing actually in the wide open world. And so we asked. So she was right. And then we asked her. You said, but Annemarie, what is the future of the bakery? Because we as a company, we are interested in what is the future for the baking industry. And she said, well, the future of bakery lies in its past. And for me, the shortest way to the past was my grandmother. Because she was the only connection I had with the past. And so I asked her, I said, Moeke, I said, how was the bread when you were young? What do you think? She replied.
It was
Delicious.
awesome.
Delicious? Awesome? Anything else?
Sourdough.
Sourdough?
Had flavor. Yeah, it had flavor.
It had flavor?
Nothing like today.
Nothing like today? Well, I have to disappoint you.
So it was awful.
That's not what she said. She said, "Man, merk toch, the bread that we have today is much better than what I had when I was young." I think we live in a dream when we say that before everything was better.
Yeah.
She grew up in between two world wars. She had no good bread when she was young. Yeah. Even when I was a kid and my mother sent me to the bakery, I had a choice between three loaves. A square one, a round one, and an oblong shape. In a white version, a whole wheat, or something in between. That's it. If I send today my kids to the bakery, I tell them go and buy a bread. Yeah, but which one? They come in the bakery and there's like 20 types of bread. So something was not right with what we saw there. And then we started digging and we started reflecting and we said, but where is then the past of the bakery? And we went back in history and we found out that, well, about 150 years ago, the famous French scientist Louis Pasteur, he wrote his Mémoire sur la fermentation alcoolique, and that opened the way to commercial yeast production, where suddenly bakers who had been baking with sourdough for 5,000 years, because that's what our ancestors did, they baked for 5,000 years with sourdough, but suddenly there was something very convenient called yeast, available in small packages. If you scale it properly, you know exactly if you add 3% or 2% or whatever to your dough, how many hours later the bread will come out of the oven. As sourdough bakers, we know that you know when you start, but you never know when you're finished. Yeah? It depends on how active your sourdough is, yeah? How warm it is in your kitchen, or whatever. Yeah? And so we saw that sourdough is a very important heritage in baking, but that the last 150 years, bakers forgot what it is to bake with sourdough. And so we went back further in time and we found a book. We found a book from Horace. He was a Roman poet, and he wrote that when you are in Italy, Italy was not existing, it was the Roman Empire. He said, when you are in Puglia or Apulia, and that's if you look on the world map and you have the shape of Italy, the heel of the boot of Italy, that's the Apulia region. And he said, when you are in that region, you should take bread for your onward journey, because it's probably the best bread you will find in the Roman Empire. And so we went to that place and we tried to find out what was so special about that bread. So for those of you who do not, maybe some of you have seen it, other ones will discover it now, but we went to the famous town called Altamura in the south of Italy.